ball. Sweet. All right.
Buckets.
Hey!
First one. Buckets.
They call me Kobe. This is the first arm circle I've seen in months. I love this.
Not a bad first swing.
I love that, yeah. Woo!
Hey,
Right in
good.
there. That's funny. There we go.
Yep. Oh yeah.
Out of here.
Out. See ya.
See you
Like I
later.
tell the little ones, that was not coming back.
You have to flip it over.
You take that higher, or you take that out.
Hi.
Stay on it.
How far off do you think that, or you think that was even off?
Good. If you have to, probably flat. Get
I
it
like
down
it.
a little.
Yeah, like ideally I'd like to cover river to river,
Yeah, no doubt.
but we'll see.
Line
Our reaction.
drives up the middle on bat.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah! That up pitch.
Yeah.
It's like so much work, less work
Less
down
work
here.
up there. Yeah.
Just so easy. Like, we love that.
Well, it's only easy when you're connected.
Yes. But
Like
that's
you're
always been
talking
my
about
strength.
it all. You start getting out there, that one becomes a lot more difficult.
Well, that's why you see so many people chase and like swing and miss. The people that are really good at hitting rise balls tend to have really good hands
Yeah.
and really good hand-eye. So that's why I always look. 'Cause I'm like, anybody can like get down here, just drop their barrel
Drop it.
and be disconnected
Yeah.
down here. Now, if I see you get down here like this,
Now we got a problem.
now we're like, oh,
Yeah.
I'm good. I don't want the drop ball.
My
I'm not
trout.
gonna- yeah, I'm not gonna mess with that.
Yeah.
But that's like an elite stance to be able to get to. Not many people can do that.
Yeah. What about the girls in softball? And this question with the leg kick and styles. Like you see a lot more.
Oh, like the hover?
that are more. Yeah. Taylor Pleasant's the first one that comes to mind.
Yeah, LSU teaches that a lot. I think if you can control it, it's great.
Yeah.
Like if that enforces the forward movement,
Mhm.
or like getting your load started. The problem with it, I think a lot of people don't time it right, or like
Start too late and then
yeah,
rush
either
it.
too late or they're starting too early and they're here for so long and they're tiring this leg out.
And so
Then they can't
like
push.
a collapse.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it takes a special person, I think, to be able to do it, and just with the distance.
Yeah.
It's different though if you're doing like leg kick versus like starting here
And just a
and just like the hover and then getting into that. But my foot cramps when I do that. So because when I'm in that spot for so long, my
Yeah.
foot is working so hard
to
to
keep
like
you steady.
and stay on this side.
When you get into your, I guess, coil move,
Uh-huh.
where do you feel it? Do you get more instep or do you
Yeah.
get okay?
More in.
And you hear people talk about like get into the heel with that.
Really?
Yeah.
I get stuck a lot,
If you
though.
coil, so you get like
So I'll get too stuck to where I will go, if I'm like on my heel, I'll get stuck and I can't push
Okay.
off my toe, and that's when I start sliding. Or like I'll just push.
Okay, so
in
when
terms of like if I'm on my toe and kind of over with my posture, then I'm staying on like, essentially when I step, my foot is already off, my heel is already off the ground. Like here,
that's different.
just to get into that.
Just
Because I'm already on the balls of my
that's
feet.
such a different thought.
Because I slide a lot if I get stuck.
It's funny that I posted a thing about load and everything, talking about, as we coil back, kind of getting the chest over that back leg
Uh-huh.
and feel like you're screwing, like you're healing. Like I can feel like when I get here, I feel more pressure like inside, but in my heel.
Right.
Then, because if I come back and get kind of that toe feel, I feel like I'm going to lose it forward.
Interesting.
Yeah,
I
but
feel like-
but a go-to guy, go to the movement stuff at the top, like GOATA. It's like some sort of movement or
Like it breaks down your movements?
yeah.
No, I've
so
never seen it.
so a guy got on there and he started speaking in all these go to
jargon
terms.
terms.
Yeah, and I was like, man, I don't understand what you're talking
So-
about. But he said the same thing. He said if you get into the heel, there's a tendency to get stuck. And he gave all the body reasons,
Right.
not just the feel, right? So that's interesting because I try to tell people to hold that heel as long
you
as
can.
possible,
Yeah.
that hold the ground. And you're talking about like you're almost,
Yeah, because I'm so rotational
Yeah.
that I don't have a lot of this movement
you don't have much forward. You're just
at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like that's why I can adjust really good on the inside pitch, because if I see it and I think, oh, I'm late, all I have to do is
Give yourself some
lean
space.
back and my hands will come through. And I can still get my barrel there, but if I start to go forward, like if I'm too far, because right now I'm pulling the ground apart,
Yeah.
but with my toe,
Okay.
with my big toe. So I'm on the inner half, and then when I'm here, I do more of like a twist. I don't really do like a full coil, but when I'm already,
New
because
thoughts.
if you think about it, like also when we talked about like the forward movement versus like the down, if I were a forward hitter, I would stay here more because then I come off. But if
Heel.
I'm down, then if my heel's already in the ground, then I'm stuck.
That makes a whole lot of sense.
So if I'm here, then I'm trying to go down. This gets stuck
more
and goes
more
this way.
rotational, up, more forward, heel.
Because if I were to go here and be like, okay, boom, boom, that would be good.
Yeah.
Because you have to feel this, because you can't.
Yeah.
It's harder to move this way, like on just the toe,
Yeah.
where you're balanced out here. But if I'm already going down, yeah,
It's easier
it's
to
like
turn.
it's harder to turn like this, because then your heel gets
Gotcha.
stuck in the ground. So I just think, but really the thing that I'm thinking about is my knee. So I want to drive my knee down hard into the ground. That's where that Jerry Glasgow hit.
Yeah. Hey, well, and I talk about the knob and knee a lot being the same.
Yeah, it was
Like
one.
feeling like they're.
Yep.
But see, it's hard for me to even think about, just because I've always been so like
Yeah.
peel. But it's the same thing with the knee.
So
I mean,
think
it's-
about driving your knee like down into the plate, down and then through it. Yeah, that movement.
Yeah.
So that's what I think about when I'm thinking about like that separation. Here, the thing that starts it is the knee.
I like when we were talking earlier, and you, instead of like, oh,
Swish the
swish the
bug.
bug, it's more like a
Screw a nail in.
grind that thing,
Yeah,
screw a
like
nail.
my quad is on fire.
Just for, yeah,
Your VMO right here.
yeah.
Woo! That's where I get like fatigued the most.
That's where you feel it.
Because I'm driving.
Yeah.
And then if I haven't hit, like tomorrow I'll probably be sore. I'll be sore like right
The
here
Scaps.
from
Up into your traps, or like
From
just
pulling.
underneath in your scapula.
in my scaps. Yeah, like pulling